So if you just open up your web browser and type into the address bar 192.168.1.1 and just hit enter, that will load up our web page of the tube light. Up the top there, as you can see, I've got a little battery meter that will just tell you the current charge state of the batteries. If it gets too low, the lights will just cut out and you'll get a little red glow at the base just to tell you if you're not using the web browser and you don't know what the battery levels are at, you'll just see a little red glow at the base just telling you the battery is flat. And just below that we have our device name and a refresh page button, just in case we need to refresh the page at all. Our off and on button, that will just turn the LEDs on and off just like it does on the tube with those buttons. Color white button, update power button. Once we've just changed the power slider on the right hand side here, just tap the update power button and that will change the overall brightness of the entire tube. So if we just tap color red here, that will just make the tube red. And if we just increase our power here, as you can see, that will just adjust the brightness of the tube. For most time, I'm using at a very low power for light painting because it is quite bright. If we also just click on set color index 2, that will just switch it to that color index and nothing has been assigned to it yet. So I'll just tap green, that will assign green to that. Also do the same with number 3 there, and that will give us red, green, and blue. Then we can click on flash and that will just flash between those 3 colors we have assigned to those color indexes. Fade is a slightly different function of how it goes through those 3 colors. We also have smooth, and that will just smoothly transition through those 3 colors. Just below that, we also have a custom color picker. We can go into more depth of how we select our colors here with a hue, saturation, value slider. So I might want a more orange instead of a red, and that will just change that slightly. And we can also maybe make a yellow and a purple. And then we can just have it flash between those 3 colors I've just assigned. Pretty straightforward. Hopefully it's not too confusing for you, but you should be able to pick it up pretty easily. And just below that we have external trigger functions. This is for when we have devices paired to each other. They can trigger each other whenever that is set up through our Wi-Fi connections. But I'll go over that in more details later. That's quite advanced, but by default if we just tap these, they will just switch the LEDs on and off. Just below there, we have our color program page buttons and custom color, Wi-Fi settings, button mapping, and profiles. That will just link us to the other pages where we can configure the tube in more detail. Up next, I'll go over the custom colors page to begin with. That will allow us just to change our 12 preset colors in this small group just up here. If you don't want the red, green, or the blue colors or shades, we can just change them to be whatever we want. You can have them temporarily saved or permanently saved to the flash, but we'll go over that in just a second.